Okay, so on naturally curly hair, I went through with a 19 mm and 13 mm wand and retouched her curls. Now I section off the top from the bottom, and I'm going to put the bottom into a ponytail, or this is a hair bungee. After I've gotten that secured, I want to go through and just pull and create some fullness and pieciness. And then I want to take section by section of my lower ponytail and give it a twist, maybe pull it apart here and there, kind of create a figure eight, just twist it down and pin it in. So there's no real rhyme or reason to how I'm twisting it, just twisting it down and making a pretty shape. So as I'm twisting, if it doesn't look good one way, maybe I'll twist the other until it just kind of falls into place like a correct puzzle piece. And I also forgot to mention that when I prepped her hair, I used a thermal spray before curling every section because she's curly and really blonde. So now that I have everything pinned up, I'm just going to go through and make sure my shape is nice and cute and pin it down here and there to make sure it is a nice secure base. Hairspray, and now I'm going to let down my top section. And then something I love to do is to separate that section into three and pass over once and then twice as if I were going to start braiding the whole section, but then I stop and that's where I will pin it in, and that just creates a really cool movement pattern. A little bit of tug for some height, but really I'm going to focus here on these ends, and this is one of those more visual hairstyles that I kind of just manipulate the hair around until I like where it falls or where it lays, and then I will pin that in. So it's a very organic approach. So again, here I like how this end looked tucked in. And then I'll try a little bit more for my height. Not too much, just a little. And of course, hairspray. And then I will be moving on into the sides. So I will twist the side here. I'm just twisting it right over itself. Just a little twist back. Pull it apart some and pin it in. And again, I'm going to take the tail, put the pin on, twist it around, and pin that in. And that is a nice quick way to get rid of an end. And here, this is just sticking out or just a little too bulky, so I'm just going to take a pin and tighten that down some. So I'm going to move on to my right hand side. I split it into two, and I'm twisting back my first section, and I'm going to pin that in. And then once I move on to my next section, I want to make sure that I have strategically taken out all of the cute face framing pieces. And this one I'm going to twist in the opposite direction than I did my section before it. So the one before it I twisted away, and this one I twisted under because I just thought that looked super cute. And I really ruched that up, and then now I'm going to pin it in the back. This little piece was cute, but it's going to have to get pinned in because it's all by itself, and it would make it look kind of undone if I just left it. So see, I look, and I liked it when it looked tucked in, so that's what it's going to get. Once I've gotten everything pinned up, then I can kind of go through and pinch and pull, make it look a little bigger, and maybe work on my shape, tighten an area down with another pin, and really do some detailing. Here I'm using a 13mm wand around the face to just do a little bit more detailing to these curls. And I'm just going to spend some time really strategically placing them exactly where I think that they look the prettiest. I like to use a flat iron on the ends of several of these pieces around the face, and that is going to really help add a nice current vibe to the hairstyle by just straightening out a few of these curls around the hairline and the face. So just grab the end and drag down. Here I am going back over an area that I flat ironed because I wasn't quite happy with how it turned out. So like I said, just take your time detailing these things to perfection. We have to take a lot of time to make this look effortless. So I will spray up underneath the bang section and on top of it as well. And now I'm going to very, very, very carefully add a little headband. And I'm going to have my model hold her finger there while I tie it into a bow. I prefer to see the tails of the bow hanging down. So if you want to trim it or hide it, that's up to you and your client. I love seeing the detail of the bow in the back. So now I'll just go through with my fingertips and some hairspray to lay down any little flyaways that may be hanging out. And now what I'm going to do is just really reassess the way that this bang portion is falling around her face and here on the side where I can see it. So again, placing it places with my fingers until I like where it falls, and I will pin it in. And here I just love how this fell, so I just added a pin and it completely changed how it looked in the front. This little piece, driving me crazy, gets to go behind the ear, and now I love it. Et voila! Here you have the finished look. I hope that you have loved Prada Marfa.